Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I thought I'd just show you another car of mine, which is this EB Fairmont Ghia. It's currently for sale, so I thought I should do a video on it before it goes. Who knows, it might even be sold before this video comes out. This car is another one of my own builds. I completely built it from start to finish. Bought it as a original, nice clean original Cardinal red car with shabby paint, but nice interior, worn suspension and all of that, all the usual stuff for a 33-year-old car. Yeah, where do I start? I suppose you notice the bodywork. It's now black, Lexus black, with two-tone charcoal, Lexus charcoal I think it's called, I don't know, grey, something like that, but it's actually solid black. I've spent heaps of time on bodywork on this thing. Probably a good 200 hours or more, maybe more, who knows. As you can tell, she is straight as, very straight. This car was actually meant to be my daily driver, but I got a little bit scared because it's just too nice. Why would you make a car too nice to drive? What an idiot. Yeah, you can see how straight it is down the side there. Still a little bit wet from washing it just then, but you get the idea. Black is a pain in the butt to paint, only because you can see all the imperfections. Give you the walk around, I suppose. Whoop. So you can see what's going on with the paint and body. It is beautiful. Like, I'm not exaggerating, this car is so nice. It's probably the nicest car that I've built to date, while still not being a show car, but man, it gets some compliments. Wheels, actually BBS replicas, 17 by 10 rears. I think they've got a spacer to make them effectively a plus or -5 offset, and we've got a 255 tyre on there. Fills the guards beautifully, as usual for one of my builds. And then the fronts, we've just got a 17 by 8.5 with a 225 I think, and it ends up being a -5 offset as well. Nice neat offset. Tyres don't rub because I've lipped the guards nicely there, just nicely. And the rears, I've actually cut and re-welded the seam there, so it's very nice, and tyres do not rub one little bit. A little bit of backstory with this car. I was actually just looking on Facebook Marketplace, and I was going to build my other car, which was a silver EB Fairmont, but not a Ghia, and it had hail damage, and this one came up for sale, and it had seat covers on it, and I asked the owner at the time to if they could just pull the seat covers back so I could have a look at them, and they look like that. They are like a brand new. At that point, I knew I had to have this car. Those seats are original to this car. As you can see, they're that nice. And the rest is history. And this car was actually one of my bucket list cars, an EB Fairmont Ghia. I've always wanted one of these, probably since I was a kid, and I finally got to do one and build it, and I built it my way, and I'm actually super proud of this thing. It's nice. I really like driving it. It drives beautifully. It's got cold air con. It's super shiny. There's no weird noises. You could drive it 1,000 kilometers tomorrow with no issues at all. It handles nicely. It soaks up bumps nicely, even though it's so low. Yeah, this car is like the package for a road going car. Of course, you're probably wondering what's under the bonnet, and be prepared to be disappointed. Not much going on in here. It's an original EB 4-litre 6-cylinder. It's obviously automatic, but there's a few cool little modifications that a non-Ford person probably wouldn't notice. First, we've got the EF broadband intake manifold, which is actually a dual runner inlet. So it switches from long runners to short runners at 3,800 RPM to give you an extra little kick up the top end and more torque for when you're cruising around. We've got an EF intake there. Also, I have swapped to the serpentine belt, which is, so I've had to use the EF alternator, power steering, idler, water pump, air conditioning compressor. So you have to convert all of that, and that gets rid of the shitty 3-belt setup with an engine driven fan and all sorts of stuff. So that is a big drivability mod for this car. So it drives so much nicer, and it did bring it back 10 years ahead in its drivability. See, it's got thermo fans there. That's all switched by an EL computer, which does plug into the EB loom, and just a couple of wires swapped around. We've got cold aircon. Over here, we've got, you can see the top of my MCA coilovers. MCA coilovers are the real deal. That's one of the reasons why this car drives so beautifully. This car is very low, but it soaks up bumps like it's on factory suspension, but it handles. Josh at MCA has just, I don't know, he's a wizard, man. I don't know how he's done it. I've never driven on anything like MCA coilovers. So that is why I've bought them for the R34, which you will see in a future video. And there's also something I used to make. You can see the CC. I used to make these brake master cylinder stoppers, which brace your master cylinder for when you push on the brake pedal. It stops the flex in your booster, which was especially huge in the EF and EL and AU Series 1. They had a plastic booster that used to flex, and the brake pedal just felt spongy. So I sold a lot of those. I probably sold 200 or 250, I don't even know. But maybe I should start making them again. I don't know. Let me know. Apart from that, it's stock, but everything has been replaced as required. It's got a 2.5-inch exhaust. That's not too loud. Nothing special though. Well, I hope you enjoyed that quick video. I'm pretty certain that I'm going to regret selling this one, but you can't have everything, can you? I've got other projects on the way, more content to make, so something's got to give, and unfortunately it's the nicest car in my fleet. Yeah, it is the nicest car in my fleet. Oh well. I'm sure the new owner is going to absolutely love this thing. These cars are quite hard to come by these days, especially in this condition, so hopefully it hangs around for a little bit longer. See you on the next one. See you guys. So today's the day when the car goes off to its new owner. It's actually getting picked up by the car carrying company pretty soon. So yeah, I'm a little bit sad, to be honest. It's a very nice car and I will miss it, but I know that it's going to good hands, so that's a little bit comforting, I guess. So I've just had to lift up the suspension a little bit. She's a bit of a 4B now, but that's to give it a bit of ground clearance for the car carrier so they don't damage the underside. Okay, I got worried and I wound the front up as well as the back, so now it's a real high rider. And there it goes. See you, buddy.